What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and today's topic is what do you guys think about the referees union, which is called PGMOL in England. They are accusing Jurgen Klopp of lying about Paul Tierney because they think, and they listened apparently to the audio conversation between Paul Tierney and Jurgen Klopp after Jurgen Klopp celebrated in the face of the fourth official, which he admitted in his post-match press conference that it was the wrong thing to do. But Jurgen Klopp was so emotional because before the Tottenham's equalizer, the 3-3 goal, Mo Salah was going through on goal, and Davis, the Tottenham defender, was grabbing and pulling his shirt, and instead the referee Paul Tierney, who has a blatant bias and a blatant hatred for Liverpool, I think it has been evident from the many games that he refereed against Liverpool that he absolutely hates Liverpool. He gave a free kick to Tottenham, and from the Tottenham's next attack they got the free kick which they scored from. So Jurgen Klopp was going absolutely berserk and apoplectic on the touchline, and he said that it's not okay what Paul Tierney said to his face when he was issuing the yellow card after Jurgen Klopp went way over the top in his celebrations. And I fully understand why he did that, because he's very emotional guy. He's not the stereotypical German character of being very cool, very calm on the pressure. He's like a Mediterranean character of being very emotional during these football matches. Jurgen Klopp claimed that what Paul Tierney said to him in that conversation was unacceptable. And he said that he can't really say what he said to him because the referees are not going to talk about it. And I mean, now they absolutely have to release the footage. Otherwise, either Jurgen Klopp is lying or the referees are lying. And I will say that I think the referees are just covering each other. And it's no wonder the referees are not mic'd up. And it's no wonder the referees don't do post-match interviews. And they have never done post-match interviews. So they can get away with pretty much anything. They can say anything they like to players, to managers, to fans, whatever, because there is no accountability. And Jurgen Klopp is basically branded as a liar by the referees union, which is a very strong accusation. And now I think either Jurgen Klopp should reveal what Paul Tierney said to him, or the referees union should release the audio tape of that conversation, because I'm sure that they have it somewhere, because the referee is in constant talk and they are mic'd up because they are talking to the linesman and the fourth official. So, and they also are in talks with VAR at Stockley Park. So the referees probably have a recording of that conversation. So then why not release it? Jurgen Klopp said this, and I quote, "What Paul Tierney said to me when he gave me the yellow card, that's not possible, that's not acceptable, it's not okay as well." He said something unacceptable to Jurgen Klopp. And I think Jurgen Klopp, who didn't do anything wrong to Paul Tierney, knows that Paul Tierney has an agenda against him. He even mentioned the incident where Harry Kane 2 foot off the ground Andy Robertson, and if Robertson's leg is planted on the ground, it's an instant leg breaker, and it's the end of the season for Andy Robertson. Back in 2021, I think, in the Tottenham-Liverpool game where Liverpool drew 2-2, and that draw actually cost Liverpool the title in the end. Referee was Paul Tierney, of course. He failed to send off Harry Kane, but then later in the game he sent off Andy Robertson. And Jurgen Klopp knows that something is not right. Paul Tierney hates Liverpool for some reason. It might be because of something personal between him and Jurgen Klopp, or just Paul Tierney just absolutely hates Liverpool. He wants Man City to win the title. He wanted Man City to win the title maybe many seasons in a row, because Paul Tierney, almost every time he referees a Liverpool game, he referees it so badly. And it's not just about Liverpool. How can it be a coincidence that now this season Paul Tierney has refereed the most Liverpool games, 7 and counting, and I just don't understand, because Paul Tierney is one of the worst referees in the Premier League, and there are many absolutely awful referees. You have to agree with me, guys, here, because no matter which team you support, a referee has screwed you over this season, I guarantee it, because there has been so many bad calls, inconsistent calls, missed VAR checks, missed penalties, missed red cards. The list goes on, and it's absolutely incredible that Paul Tierney and David Coote, who was at VAR, and he's also a terrible referee, both when he's doing VAR duty or when he's refereeing on the pitch. He made so many mistakes already. How can these guys be the best referees that England can offer? I just don't understand, because the Premier League is a brilliant, very entertaining league. It's the best, most entertaining league in the world. Maybe not the strongest league, you can argue La Liga is a little bit stronger, but the Premier League is absolutely a juggernaut. It's a great brand as well. They have to do something about the referees, because this just cannot go on. And Jurgen Klopp said this, and it's very interesting that he now publicly acknowledges. He said, "We have had our story, our history with Paul Tierney. I really don't know what this man has against us. He will always say there is nothing, but it's not true. It cannot be. I don't understand that. It cannot be. I'm really not sure if it's me, how he looks at me. I don't understand it. I really have no problem with any people, not with him as well. But I say again, he was refereeing at Tottenham when Harry Kane didn't get a red card. And Harry Kane, I love this player. What a player. Crazy. I don't want him to get a red card. But it should have been a red card in that game. It was a red card tackle. And it was Mr. Tierney. And nobody asked him about it, because they don't have to clarify situations. So it's really tricky and it's really difficult to understand. And my celebration towards the fourth official, I didn't say any bad words. It was unnecessary. I got punished for that immediately, because Jurgen Klopp pulled his hamstring. I forgot to mention that in the post-match reaction video yesterday, because I was, so happy with Liverpool's win. And he said, I pulled my hamstring or adductor or whatever. So fine, that's fair, because I was celebrating in the fourth official's face. But still, what Paul Tierney said after it, according to Jurgen Klopp, it's not okay. It's unacceptable. Maybe Jurgen Klopp can't say it for legal reasons, because then he would be, accusing the referee of something very serious, and maybe that would land him in legal trouble. But otherwise, if he can't say it, then the referees union can't say that he's lying unless they are releasing the footage or the audio. And the reason why they are not releasing the audio is, I think, because they have something to hide. I don't understand how any other explanation. If you have any other ideas why they are just not releasing the audio of that conversation, I just don't get it. Because it's now he said something else situation, and it's not good for the game of English football. So what do you think about the referees union basically accusing Jurgen Klopp of lying in a statement? I think that's very, very interesting, and that's why I wanted to make a separate video about it. Because the referees union are saying that they have listened back to Paul Tierney's audio and he acted in a professional manner throughout, accusing Jurgen Klopp of basically lying about Paul Tierney's conduct. They put out a statement saying the PGMOL is aware of the comments made by Jurgen Klopp after Liverpool's fixture with Tottenham. Match officials in the Premier League are recorded in all games via a communication system, and having fully reviewed the audio of referee Paul Tierney from today's fixture, we can confirm he acted in a professional manner throughout, including when issuing the yellow card to the Liverpool manager. So therefore, we strongly refute any suggestion that Tierney's actions were improper. But then let's hear the audio. If you have nothing to hide, Why not release the audio? That's what I don't understand. And Simon Jordan, who is a pundit and a former, I think, Premier League club's chairman, I think he was the chairman of Crystal Palace, he said, I think Jurgen Klopp should be made to account for what he's alleging. If you are going to say something, then say it. It's cowardly that he didn't. That's what Simon Jordan is saying. If you want to go full in and make the observation, then do it. He didn't need to bring in Paul Tierney's observations, but he brought them in. You said this man said inappropriate things to you, then tell us what they are, because you went in, you brought them to our attention and want to drop these little truth bombs in, then walk away from the explosion. They've got audio, so it's a matter of fact. He now needs to be held accountable, Jurgen Klopp. If he doesn't want to volunteer what he thinks he heard, because that will be the next cab off the rank, then he himself needs to find himself in a serious position, because he has just called a referee biased. I want these referees to have a voice. I want them to be able to have a voice and say certain things and account for themselves as to why decisions are made. This is a significant allegation by Jurgen Klopp about, a referee being biased, which questions the integrity from a professional eye, and if he's right, I want the referee consequenced. If he's wrong, then I want Jurgen Klopp to be punished. Someone, the PGMOL, are either blatant liars because they have reviewed the video, or Jurgen Klopp is a blatant liar, and now it's an absolute mess because Jurgen Klopp didn't say what Paul Tierney said to him, but the referees union is not releasing audio as well, so we don't know what exactly happened. So it's a bit of a mess. And what do you think about this? It's quite clear though that Paul Tierney has an issue with Jurgen Klopp, and the standard of officiating in the Premier League is absolutely down the drain. It's very, very bad. I mean, I'm watching a lot of other leagues and the Champions League, and referees don't make this many mistakes and this many blatant calls getting wrong and clear calls getting wrong. And frankly, I will make a big statement here, but Paul Tierney is one of the reasons why Liverpool haven't won the title last season. He didn't just send Robertson off and not send Harry Kane off in the Tottenham game. He didn't call the Rodri handball properly in the Everton Man City game last season, where the ball hits Rodri's hand here and he doesn't give a penalty for a handball there, and Man City win that game instead of drawing. And those 2 points could have swung the title Liverpool's way, because Liverpool finished second by 1 point behind Man City. And I mean, it's absolutely crazy that 1 week a linesman is elbowing Andy Robertson in the throat, he's not getting suspended, and nothing happens really. And then another week this happens. It's just absolutely mind-blowing what is going on in English football when it comes to referees. I'm really, really looking forward to reading all your comments, so fire away in the comments below what do you think about this situation. And thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.